Hello student, so this is our next video on how to install JDK and setting up its path so that we can work on our first program. So let's begin. So first of all, what we need to do, suppose this is where I have installed JDK, basically downloaded. So as you can see in this E drive, I have downloaded JDK. You can freely download from the internet, and once it has been downloaded, you just can simply install it by double clicking. So we'll see how the installation goes. So it is asking us for a user access control. So we'll see the installation process first and then setting up the path. So here is a wizard, so we'll have to follow this wizard accordingly. And then it's quite simple, you just read the instruction and follow it. So after doing all the extracting of the files and all, we will do the installation. So it might take a bit of time depending upon the speed of your computer. So we have to wait till the time. And as you can see, it is asking for destination folder where we want to install. So by default it is C drive, program file, Java, then JRE 1.8. so if you wish you can change it from here, otherwise if you can go with default. So I would go with default, and I would suggest you also to go with the default path. Okay, so here I click, so it is installing Java in this computer, and it will take a bit of time, so you have to wait. Meanwhile, when it is installing, make sure that after installation we have to set the path, and this is the one time exercise only. Once the path is been set, then later on you can create your programs, compile and then run. Okay, so this installation and setting up the path is only the one time process. Now it is showing us that the JDK has been installed successfully. So what we can do is we can close this window now, and we will go back again to my computer. Okay, and here, as we know, while during installation we checked that it was going to program files folder, and then in program file folder you go for a folder called Java. So here it is. Now I'll double click. As you can see here, I have JDK 1.8.0_151, and then one is JRE, that is Java Runtime Environment. So basically we have to deal with this. So as you can see, this folder has a name JDK 1.8.0 and _151, etc. So it might be a bit longer. So what you can do is you can rename it. Okay, so I'll right click and go to rename option, and then I'll rename it to, let's say, JDK 1.8 only. It depends upon you how you are naming. So see, it has been renamed. Now I'll just double click on this JDK 1.8, and I can see there are many folders. So one of the folder is called bin, and inside bin you check there are many files, but one file you have is called Java C, that is your Java's compiler, and this is your Java's interpreter. So these two files we will be looking for. So make sure where it is in program files. Then in program files, I'll go back again. In the program files, inside program files you have one folder called Java. Inside Java you have JDK. We have just renamed it. I would say better you renamed it. And then inside JDK 1.8 it is bin, and inside bin folder I have this compiler. So this compiler's path I need to set. So for this I would say what you do, go back again to this PC or my computer, and then right click over here and go to properties, and after clicking on to properties you go to advanced system setting. Okay, advanced system setting, and there will be many tabs, but this advanced tab is already open. Okay, so you need not to change it. Just look at this advanced tab and go to environment variables, and in environment variables click on it. There you will see you'll have user variable for PU. Let's say it's a administrator name. It might be different in your computer, and this is system variable. if you now you can set the path over here also and here also, but if you set the path here, it will be only applicable for the administrator. But if you set the path over here for system variable, it applies for the whole system. So even the administrator as well as any limited user also can use JDK, because the path is being applied for both. As you can see, some of the path is already been set here. Okay, now we need to set the path for Java. Okay, so for that what you need to do, go to new, and then here it is asking for variable name. I would say you just name it as path. Okay, because we are setting up the path, we have to just name it, so better we name it as path, then C colon, okay, and then backslash program files, program space files. Remember, this was the path, we checked it out. So program space files, then there was a folder called Java, then inside Java there is a folder called JDK 1.8, we just renamed it, and then inside this there is bin. So make sure you are typing this path correctly with the correct spelling, and this space over here, it's not file but files, so that you can check from there also what I showed you. So once you have typed the path correctly with the correct spelling and the spaces and all, it is C drive / program space files / Java / JDK 1.8 / bin. Okay, but make sure that if you've downloaded any other version, you have to give that version name, because my one was 1 point something, so I renamed it to 1.8. That is why I have written 1.8. You can write any other name also, depends what is the name of your folder. And finally click on OK, and then finally click OK here also and here also, and now you just close it, and this also you can close. Now what you do is just type cmd command prompt, and in this command prompt you just type Java C once to check whether the path is being set or not. Yes, it is being set, because you can see all the options available with this command are shown. Or what you can do is you can just type a command called path, just type a command called path and then press enter. So as you can see, it is showing us the path which we have recently set it up. It's Java program file Java C colon program file Java JDK 1.8 / bin. So it means our path is being set properly. If it is showing the wrong path or something wrong with this, then you might need to reset again. So I hope that you must have got it. So what again I'm doing, just type path and see whether the path which you were setting up has been set or not. Alright, so this way we have set it up the path. So one time exercise has been done, means we have installed JDK, and at the same time we have set the path also, and it has been set correctly. Now the next job which you will regularly do is to how to type a program, save a program, and compile a program, and then run it. So for this, what we need to do is, you always need to go to document folder. Let me tell you one thing. So what you need to do, just type, okay, I'll show it again. So what you can do is, okay, like go to command prompt, and then here what you do, cd documents, okay, and then you are in document folder. Now stay in this folder and then minimize it. Now open notepad, and then this notepad you will type your program, okay. So in this notepad, once we will type a program, now we know how to type a program like test, and then inside this class test I have main method, now then square bracket open close. Now you are well aware of this, so I'm just skipping this system.out.println, then welcome to Java, and then close, and then this curly bracket close for main method and curly bracket close for class. Once you have typed the program, Okay, let's say we are doing some mistake over here, so that it might show some error, so we'll come to know how to sort it out. Now what you do is showing untitled. Now we have to save, so go to file, then save as. Once you go to save as, now you need to go to documents. Now in document you have to save with name of the file. Now what should be the name? Because the class name is test, so we'll write test.java. Make sure that extension is .java, and here save as type, it should be all files. Make sure that it should be all files, otherwise it will save with .txt. So because of the class name or test, I have named it as test.java with save as type as all files. Now click on save. Now do not close it, go to command prompt, and then you just type java c, then your file name test.java, and then press enter. You see it is compiling and showing us the error that here the semicolon missing the method body. Because method body is missing, it is showing. Why? Because we have already end the statement with a semicolon, and then here system does not exist, because this system s should be capital. Okay, so what you will do, go back to your program and then make it capital, and then here semicolon was not required, so just delete it. Now once you have made any changes, you have to save it again, so go to file and then save again. Alright, just save again. After saving, you can minimize. You are still here, just type the command once again to recompile test.java. Once you will recompile, look at this, without any error it is coming back to the prompt, means our program has been compiled successfully. We will redo it again. Let's say java c, what you will do, test.java, and just by pressing the enter key, it is coming back to the prompt without any error, means the file has been compiled successfully, our source file. Now if you wish, you can write the dir command, the directory command, to check the file. So as you can see, this file was test.java, what I have created, test.java, but after successful compilation, test.class file has been generated. What is this? This is our bytecode file, or a .class file, or a compiled code. This is our compiled code, bytecode, or intermediate code. Okay, and this is portable. Now the next job, once it is been compiled, now we'll have to interpret it by just typing java. This is java's interpreter now, and then file name, just the file name, java test, and then press enter. You can see that this is printing the statement on our console, that is welcome to Java. So this is, you can say, an output of that particular program. So this is the way how you need to install, set the path, and that is the two exercises you have to do only once, but rest is how to type program in Notepad, save, and then how to compile from command prompt, and how to run it. So I hope that this was good enough for you, and I hope that you must have understood.